All right, step number 2, we're going to create SMART, S-M-A-R-T, financial goal statements. A lot of us may have heard of the SMART method for setting goals. Mine is a tad bit different. So for the A, instead of it being attainable, I use actionable, right? So I like for my SMART financial goals, and when I'm working with one-on-one with clients, we use the specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, time sensitive, okay? And so this is an example of a debt payoff SMART financial goal statement, all right? And let's be clear, we're getting a lot of information in a short amount of time. Feel free to come off mute and ask me a question, interrupt me, do what you got to do, because this hour is yours. This hour is not mine, right? This is your hour. And so whatever any of us need in order to make sure we got this information down pat, feel free to stop me, okay? Feel free to put a question in the comment box. It will not throw me off. I'll be able to pick back up. So step number 1 is a goal statement about, or a vision statement about what you want your finances to do in general. Step number 2 is going to be, we're picking out one goal we're going to work on first. One goal. Put in the comment, one goal at a time. Put in the, sorry, not the comments, put in the chat box, one goal at a time. Oftentimes I see women putting several goals because we're ambitious. We like to multitask. We like to do many things at once. However, studies have shown, and even in my finances, even in the finances of women that I teach and coach, if you work on one financial goal at a time, fund that financial goal until completion, and then work on the next, you will go a lot further faster. Okay? Your momentum for that one goal will be built up faster. All right? So here's an example of a debt payoff goal. And this can be for student loans. This could be for credit card. This could be for paying off your mortgage. This could be for any debt payoff. And I'll also do some other examples based on what we've seen in the chat box. That's kind of like what I like to do to where it's realistic and it's relatable to who's in the room right now. Okay. So this is an example. I will pay off at least, and I'm going to minimize this so I can see. I will pay off at least $2,000 towards my Sallie Mae student loan during the next 12 months. I will pay an extra $167 per month on top of my minimum payment. I will work an extra 5 hours per week to increase my monthly income to cover the extra debts. All right. So let's break this down. I will pay at least $2,000 towards my Sallie Mae student loans during the next 12 months. That is very specific. It is measurable. The measurable part comes in when you have numbers, right? You can't just say, I want to be debt free. That's the main goal, right? These are specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, time-sensitive goals. So this is going to require some thinking, your calculator on your phone, and this is going to require some a come to Jesus moment, right? And in step 3, we're going to talk about budgeting, and so you can get to what is realistic for you. That key is coming up next. However, you need to know exactly how much you want to pay off. You need to know exactly who you're paying it to and how long you're giving yourself. Write this down. I personally give myself 12 months for a goal. Even if I know it'll take me 4 months, it'll take me 6 months, it might take me 8 months, I'm giving myself 12 months. Number 1, because I don't know what the future holds. There might be some hiccups coming up in the near future where I can't put an extra $167 per month or $220 or $500 or how much I have set for me to put extra on that debt, right? However, I could get a financial windfall. I could get a financial opportunity to where I could pay it off sooner. So I'm not limited to 12 months, meaning I could pay it off in 3 or 4 if I want, but I'm also taking the financial stress off of it and giving myself some extra time because life be lifing. Right? Put a number 3 in the chat if any of us have children or any of us have spouses or any of us has ever experienced a car breakdown. Anybody ever experienced a job loss or a layoff or a government shutdown or anything like that? Life happens, right? And so, although we are excited, we are ambitious, we are focused on, achieving a financial goal, we do have to remember that we live in a world where things happen beyond our control, and we have to be able to ebb and move and flow with that without getting frustrated, without quitting, without getting upset, without getting unmotivated, without disconnecting from our goal. So if we give ourselves a little bit of time, we're able to do that comfortably. All right. Let me know if that makes sense in the comments. Put a 4 in the comments if it makes sense. All right. Now, when we get to actionable, to me, this is the best part. Taking action towards your financial goal versus just saying what you want is huge, right? I can declare to the hills that I want to pay off my $10,000 credit card balance. Well, ma'am, how are you going to get there? How are you going to do that? How much are you willing to put aside on that credit card debt every month above and beyond that minimum payment, to where you're knocking down that payment that's due overall, or that balance overall, even though interest is still coming out on that credit card, right? You have to be strategic. And so whether that's an extra $500 a month, $200 a month above and beyond the minimum payment, what are we going to do? We have to declare that, right? And then let's talk about how you're going to do it. How are you going to do it? One thing I always tell my clients: increase your income, decrease your expenses. Do one or the other, or both. Okay. So when you're creating your financial goal statement, what can I give up temporarily? What can I stop spending on temporarily that will free up some money for me to pay off this credit card debt faster, or the student loan faster, right? Or what can I give up to allow me to save for the down payment on the rental property faster, if you're trying to cash flow the rental property? Right? Also, like someone said, who was that? Oh, I'm trying to remember your name, girl. Oh, actually somebody from the group, the chapter, wrote it and said that her financial goal right now is to continue with her multiple streams of income. That is going to be a game changer, right? The faster you pay off, the faster you increase your income and have, what Dave Ramsey says, a bigger shovel to scoop your debt, the faster you'll get this done, right? And so I always encourage people, think about your talents, your gifts, your abilities. What can you monetize? What can you do on the weekends? What service can you provide, right? What information can you provide? Are you great at content creation like I am, to where you can make money by making content online? The opportunities are endless. Are you a seamstress? Are you great at sewing? Right? Are you always keeping kids on the weekends anyway? Is your house the hangout spot to where you can just babysit for people who go out or who works at nights or weekends? Like, whatever that looks like, the opportunities are endless to make money. What can you do to earn some extra income? Pick up an extra shift, work overtime if you don't have small children who are not really relying on your time, right? What are some ways you can increase your income to where you can attain your financial goal of debt freedom, of financial freedom, of another rental property faster? Sometimes, and what I mean by sometimes, I mean all the time, we have to be the seed, and we have to plant the seed ourselves in order to get the ball rolling on our goal. So what are you temporarily sacrificing or temporarily giving up in order for you to attain that in which you wrote on this goal, for this goal? All right. Put a 3 in the comments if that makes sense. It's a 3. It's a 3. It's a 3. All right. Does anybody want to come off mute and ask any questions? I can talk about this all day. Y'all see the passion. I love talking about this. All right. I don't see anybody popping up, so I'm going to go to the next slide. This is my favorite part, y'all. Okay, listen, a little bit about me. So before I launched my business, before I launched my website and start coaching people, I actually did locally and at my church, where I did budget analysis and review for free, where I just sat down with people, looked at their income and their expenses and said, okay, you just gotta first, Oftentimes people don't even sit down to create a budget, so they oftentimes don't even know how much income they truly have coming in, and they don't know their expenses. And when I sit down and teach them how to create a budget, I use the zero-based budget method so they can see how much money they have left over to go towards a financial goal. Oftentimes, without increasing their income or decreasing their expenses, they have room. They're just impulsively spending out of emotion, and don't have intention around their money. So oftentimes you give yourself a raise, quote unquote, just by getting your finances in order and actually looking at what's coming in and what's going out. I'm just saying. So let's go to step 3. And we're going